is being celebrated in coordination with state science and technology councils under 1 month, one theme. For the month of December, the theme is Indigenous Technologies. The theme is very significant as indigenous knowledge is a valuable source of practices and time-tested tool for sustainable development. For today's celebration of VIGYAN UTSAV Punjab, we have subject experts who would be highlighting the endeavors taken up in Punjab in the domain of indigenous technologies. To initiate today's proceeding, I feel honored to welcome Dr. Debapriya Datta. Before I invite him for his opening remarks, I would briefly introduce Dr. Datta to our participants. Dr. Datta is presently the head and advisor of Science for Equity, Empowerment and Development, that is SEED Division, and State Science and Technology Division of Department of Science and Technology. Sir completed his doctorate from the Indian Agricultural Research Institute and joined Indian Council of Agricultural Research. He then served as scientist in the Central Soil and Water Conservation Research and Training Institute, Dehradun. He joined the National Government of India in 1994 and served 2008 when he was appointed as scientific counselor in the Embassy of India, Washington, D.C. during 2008 to 2012. During this assignment, he handled the India and US Science and Technology Cooperation at policy and projects in the sectors of health, energy, climate, environment, and health. Dr. Datta has also steered many important policies regarding development of science and technology, and Vigyan Utsav initiative is also his brainchild. With this, I invite you, sir, for the opening remarks for today's event. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Kaur Arora, and to all of you. Yeah, am I audible?
Sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah, okay. So good morning to all of you, and congratulations to this network of the S&T councils, because I think we are another 10 days away from this year, and I think we could sustain this, the 4 months of the, the initiatives of this Vigyan Utsav as a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So if we see that today, the entire this program, we have a certain framework, and I think in the context of this month's, the aspects of the science, technology, and the innovation ecosystem, I will try to put before you that framework, and I will request all the the participants as well as the speakers, like if we can align to that that framework, that will be the good for us to really understand, assess and document the STI ecosystem at a state level. So let us now look it into, like, after we started the Vigyan Utsav, like in the between that the 15th August in his address to the nations, Honorable Prime Minister told that in coming 25 years, like 75 to 100 years of India's the development, it will be based on science and technology. And rightly, like, in these directions, when we are recovering from the this pandemic, which still, like, we are facing, the government of India, especially the Honorable Prime Ministers, thought about that the Atmanirbhar Bharat. And if you see that the 5 pillars of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, the central is the technology, the technology-based the system. So if you see that the technology-based system at the core of the like the total developmental process in the country, and where the Atmanirbharata is the the main the initiatives and the approach, what we need to link our the global, our the national level of the innovation systems to strengthen the local level innovation systems. And in this context, if you see that this two, the global and the national level innovations, to strengthen the local level innovations, it has to be in the two-way. It cannot be only one directional till now what has happened. So in that context, the indigenous or the the local level technologies play a huge role, because ultimately these are the technologies which will bring the efficiency in the local level livelihood system, and the livelihood system which the majority of the people of this country, like more than 75 to 80% of our populations who live in the rural and the peri-urban areas are of importance of that. So, like in the now it is coming to like the importance of this indigenous the technologies. How it is important from the point of view of the science, technology, and innovation ecosystems at a state and the the UT level. The as you know that the as India's science technology enterprise is the developing now. What we when we say as an enterprise means a system where the the output is always more than like the output by input is more than one. So the importance in terms of the efficiency in bringing the system. So in this efficiency bringing system, the role of the indigenous technologies needs to be understood very clearly, and like we have to look it into that how these indigenous technologies could be nurtured one side in alignment with the weakest link of the livelihood system, how it can be used for the strongest link of the livelihood system for improving that component of the livelihood, like which is already the strength of the the community. Because unless and until our national and the like the international level the development can be aligned to the majority of the people's livelihood at the livelihood system, this cannot be an the sustainable and the continuum. So in that because as all of us know that India recently has done huge the leap front in terms of the international, the global innovation index. But our challenge is still in the human resource development index. We are stuck over both last, like the few number of years at around 130, 131. And there again that these, the indigenous technologies can play a big role. Indigenous technologies which come out of the local innovation systems, where the stakeholders are many times the communities, the non-governmental organizations, and many times also the knowledge institutions in partnerships with this. So we have to develop that model, how basically we nurture this, the indigenous technologies, how we can upscale with the, the formal innovation systems and the informal innovation systems in the matching. In that context, our National Innovation Foundation's experience is of immense, uh, immense utility for all of us. So, I will request the like since Punjab is one of the the most progressive in terms of the science, technology, and innovation ecosystem in the country. You have a very strong science, technology, innovation policy. You have a very good ecosystems in terms of the knowledge ecosystem, the the industrial ecosystem. Now it is the time that how the benefit of that can be taken in like the the to the advantage of the majority of the populations. The majority of the populations in Punjab, though, like you will see that in terms of the per capita income, may be higher than the the country. But there are many other problems, like in terms of the environmental problem. Like if you see now the as the benefit of the the green revolution is flattening out, there are many the environmental problem which is converting into the health problem now. Like how would really this the continuum of this the global and the national and the local innovation system through this indigenous technologies can improve the efficiency of that. I think that in that context, the this component of the science, technology, and innovation ecosystem can play a big role. And I hope that during today's discussions, as the the presentation goes, you will look it into of this continuum in the ecosystems, that how in all the all these stakeholders can work together and can develop this the sustainable development, the model through this continuum where the indigenous, the technologies can play a big role, because we have to, the indigenous technologies efficiency improvement has to be done through the forward linkage and the backward linkage. So with this and with these few comments, and that I wish, like, today's discussions to be very important, and have, like, to document it, so that, like, because really speaking, the STI ecosystems of this country has never been documented, and this is an opportunity where over 12 months all the SNT councils are talking about the different aspects of the STI ecosystems. We must document it, we must learn it, and we must bring the learning out of it, the advantage to the all the stakeholders of the science, technology, and innovation ecosystem at a different state levels. With this, I again, congratulate the Punjab, the Council of Science and Technology for organizing today's program, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable inputs about the importance of promoting indigenous technologies as the nation gears for making India concept and achieving self-sufficiency in major areas of sustainable development. So moving forward, it is my privilege to invite Dr. Jatinder Kaur Arora for uprising about the key ventures taken by Punjab State Council for Science and Technology for socio-economic development through indigenous technologies. Ma'am is Executive Director of Punjab State Council for Science and Technology and also the Chief Executive Officer of Punjab Research and Innovation Council. Additionally, she is Director of Punjab State Biotech Corporation and Member Secretary of Punjab Biodiversity Board. Her exemplary services have been recognized at both national and state levels. The President of India have been conferred her with National Award for Women's Development through application of science and technology, while Punjab government awarded her the Punjab Sarkar Parman Patra. The Indian Television Academy has honored her with GR8 Women Award in Science and Technology. She is working relentlessly towards development of holistic science, technology, and innovation ecosystem in the country. I would like to inform the participants that ma'am is passionately taking forward the responsibility of progress through innovative STI interventions in Punjab. I invite you, ma'am, for your address.
The presentation. Mandakini, is my presentation visible and can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. Yes, ma'am, it's visible, ma'am.
Oh, great. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Dr. Datta, for setting the context so beautifully. As Mandakini shared with all of us who are present here, that this Pan-India initiative is the brainchild of Dr. Datta. As he mentioned, he mentioned of Global Innovation Index, and I'm sure all of you know India is now in the top 50 most innovative nations, and Punjab is in the top 10 most innovative states when we talk of National Innovation Index. And we cumulatively, Government of India and all the states thought that it would really be very beneficial for everyone who is involved in one way or the other in practicing science and understanding science, that we truly understand the science, technology, innovation ecosystem of our respective states. We take pride in that, and we also together deliberate on that how we can, this ecosystem can contribute towards increasing the innovation capacity of the country as a whole, and then contributing to what science, technology, and innovation can do to address the global challenges, besides looking at the local challenges. So in this context, It was Dr. Datta's idea, and we together then evolved it, mulled over it, and fine-tuned this concept that let's have at the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, when India celebrates its 75 years of independence, let's every month we deliberate on one component of science, technology, and innovation ecosystem of the states, of the country in totality as well. So we thought of, after a lot of deliberations, 12 subtopics. We've already covered what we have in terms of key science technology infrastructure, that is the institutions. We've also covered the human resources that we have in each state, and also we'll be looking at many important aspects like how do we incubation ecosystem that we have to support startups and so on and so forth. And this month every state is looking at state's strength in terms of indigenous technologies, what can be done towards that. And I would like all of us present here to take pride in the fact, thank you, Dr. Datta, for saying that Punjab is taking all possible steps to make the state a leader in terms of promoting science, technology, innovation across sectors and domains. So if you look at this slide here, when we talk of agriculture, everyone knows that Punjab led the Green Revolution. Punjab is the major contributor when it comes to contributing food grains for national food security. We are, I've given you also some figures of the varieties developed by the state, and out of that, 707 varieties developed by the state, 107 varieties have been released at the national level. When I talk of this, I would like to say that this has been possible because of our strength in developing indigenous technologies for increasing agricultural productivity per unit area, which has contributed not only towards state's development, but you all know at one point of time there was a clarion call from Government of India that how do we achieve the national food security, and Punjab was the front runner in helping the country do that. Similarly, for veterinary sciences, when I talk of, we are first in per capita availability of milk in the country. And this again has been possible because of the indigenous technologies, besides, of course, imbibing the global knowledge. A lot goes in terms of indigenous technologies in positioning Punjab where we are in agriculture, animal husbandry, and also in manufacturing. Punjab is known for its enterprising spirit because this is kind of ingrained in our DNA. They loosely call it Jugaad technology, but now, coupled with the knowledge-intensive manufacturing, Punjab is really growing by leaps and bounds as far as the manufacturing sector is concerned. We have 17 major industrial clusters in Punjab, and I think in this slide I've just given you 2-3 examples. For example, the bicycle manufacturing, majority of the bicycle manufacturing that happens in the country, the major share happens in Punjab. Similarly, for tractors and agricultural machinery, as well as for the blended yarn for textile industry. And Punjab is also #1 in sports goods, hand tools, and so on. Now, I thought I'll just share a couple of examples, just a couple of examples to share with you that how small technologies developed, keeping in view what Dr. Datta said, the weakest link and the strongest link of a particular area, the kind of impact the technologies can generate. So I'll only briefly touch with you, but for this, the initial slot of today's session, we thought let's plan it in a way that I'll just give you a glimpse and then um, let the work which is actually happening at the ground speak on its own. And those who are, working with their heart and soul at the ground level also speak directly to you. Let's hear from what they say, horse's mouth. And also there will be some, I'm sure that's how our teams have planned, some groups from the community who will be sharing with you how they're benefiting uh, from the interventions, the tech interventions. So just giving you, I'm just giving you a flavor, talking of one area, Kandi area, Shivalik Foothills area, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ. It is unlike rest of Punjab, the productivity here is not like rest of Punjab, primarily because of these few, weak linkages. The topography here is undulating. Semi pahadi ilaka hai, jehड़ा Kandi da ilaka hai. रेन फेड इकोसिस्टम है इत्थे और फ्लैश फ्लड्स दे नाल पूरा एकदम इरोजन हुंदा है या बिल्कुल ही कदी नहीं रेन होई ते again there is a challenge because lot of area in this belt is rain fed. Then there is this peculiar challenge of lantana infestation. When we even talk of our national biodiversity action plan as a country, एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है जेडे weeds में the menace of the growth of weeds. So lantana is one of those. Wherever productivity is there, because the animals lost their natural pastures because of invasion by lantana, and stray animals tend to attack the agricultural fields. These are few peculiar challenges of this area. और ਜਿਹੜੀ strength है इस area ਦੀ again बड़ा the biodiversity richness ਦੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ, there are the state primarily being agricultural, कुछ pockets ने ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ besides agro biodiversity ने other biodiversity the richness है ਉੱਥੇ, and Shivalik Foothills area is one of those where we the resources shown here in the picture grow abundantly in wild. So this is the strongest link here. Making use of those, we initiated the projects with support of Ministry of Science and Technology involving local cooperative. I can see Jyoti Swaroop here. He is heading a cooperative society in Shivalik Foothills area, and we worked extensively together. I would say this is a true example of how technological intervention can make a difference in sustainable livelihood generation, in actually making difference in the lives of people. We started with this. There were, we thought that fine, this is the strength of this area. How can we make best use of it and generate an impact? ये shed ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਇਹ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮਾੜੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਚ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰਿਸਿਟੀ ਬੋਰਡ ਤੋਂ rent ਕਰਕੇ. It is the innovative approach that has gone behind, and also the spirit कि कुछ भी हो सकता है. If this project could become successful, I would say anything is possible. So taking these sheds on lease, which were in real bad shape, just 2 sheds, and today this is what these sheds look like. They are state-of-the-art facility, which have export license, which has ISO certification, the Mart Trust seal, the tie-ups with all the big names, a lot of branding to it, Apollo, Cadilla and so on and so forth are all taking products from here. And also, serially introducing lot of technology interventions, started with bioresource processing, again starting with one bioresource, amle, then adding Karela, adding Giloy, and so on and so forth. And then every year or two, looking at one or the other strength or weakness of that area and working on that with support of technology and making difference. And one thing I missed here to share with you, mentioned in this slide, कि as well as जो impact है, this facility itself is generating employment to the tune of 2 lakh man days per annum, and all that too, especially for women. And as well as about 1,000 metric tons of bioresources are being processed annually. I can see a net, Mandakini, just tell me, can you hear me? I can see little.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You're audible, ma'am.
Okay. So again, other interventions side by side happening. Jaggery production, उत्थे काफी ਜਿਹੜੇ farmers ਨੇ who are into jaggery production, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪੂਰਾ ਇੱਕ scientific protocol ਦੇ ਕੇ making it more hygienic, making it something ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ brand ਬਣਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ. Good Punjab is known, but how to actually add value to it, and how the farmers connect themselves to the global food chain through this unique product that they have. Ajkal ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ one district one product ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ again pan India initiative ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਇਹ ਹੁਸ਼ਿਆਰਪੁਰ ਦਾ ਗੁੜ as such ਉਸ district ਦਾ product ਵੀ ਹੈ. Again, vinegar, starting with a very small technology, which was at a 20-liter scale. Dr. Pochard is here from PAU. He will share with you. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਸਕੇਲ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਲਾਰਜੈਸਟ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੀ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਹੈ natural vinegar production ਦੇ ਲਈ. That will be shared by our teams from the fields, and few other interventions. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ aroma story of Punjab je kahiye, I think it would be really appropriate. Introducing first time aromatic crops in this area jithe kuch bhi ugda nahi hai. I remember when as area de vich jana shuru kita te our colleagues from agriculture department would say ki tusi te inne remote areas ch jana shuru kita hai jithe ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਵੀ interventions ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਲੈ ਜਾ ਪਾਏ. ਔਰ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਾਰਟੀਕਲਚਰ ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ, ਫੋਰੈਸਟ ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ, ਦੇ ਆਰ ਨਾਓ ਫੋਲੋਇੰਗ ਸੂਟ. ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਇੱਕ ਡੈਮੋਨਸਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਖੜੀ ਕਰਤੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਐਰੋਮੈਟਿਕ ਕ੍ਰੌਪਸ, ਲੈਮਨ ਗ੍ਰਾਸ, ਸਿਟਰੋਨੈਲਾ, they can grow well. ਉਹਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਐਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਹੈ ਕਿ oil extraction on fields ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, and now it's being institutionalized by our development departments. And also solar drying through a post circulation dryer ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡੇ Punjab Agriculture University ਨੇ develop ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ. And also bamboo being a natural resource of that area, ਉਹਦੀ value addition ਉੱਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ. This is another example, I thought I'll share with you. ਅਸੀਂ ਰੀਸੈਂਟ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਲਾਈਮੇਟ ਚੇਂਜ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਸਟੇਟ ਦਾ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਇਨ ਸਟੇਟ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਫॉर ਸਾਇੰਸ ਐਂਡ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ, ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਆਲਸੋ ਲੁੱਕ ਐਟ ਦੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀਜ਼ ਵਿਚ help the communities adapt to climate change. So this is a huge intervention in that respect. एक climate resilient sheds design किते साड़ी गढ़वासू जेडी यूनिवर्सिटी है उन्हें ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ demonstrate ਕੀਤਾ field ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, and I'll leave it the rest to our expert Dr. Garewal from Gadwasu, who has joined today to share with you, and also our teams from field to share ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਹਦੀ replication ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ field ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. So I think from my side, I thought I'll just share with you the opening remarks. I can see Dr. Datta was traveling while he shared with us. Dr. Khosla, who's heading the CDAC, is traveling. but he agreed to join with us today from health-related aspects. A beautiful intervention which has been widely replicated, CDEC has brought. So these are the indigenous technologies. And would I also like to share with you that, as Dr. Datta also said, that we would like to document the indigenous technologies developed by our own institutions, the impact they are creating, so that each one of you can connect with that and take pride in that. And Mandakini, now please take this forward and connect with everyone from the field in sharing more about the examples that I just shared.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening about the initiatives of Council for promoting indigenous technologies for socio-economic development of the society. So the impact of key endeavors of PSCST would be showcased as we embark on a short presentation by our experts. So for that, we have with us Mr. Jyoti Saru, who will be taking us around the medicinal and horticulture facility set up at Talwara with support from Punjab State Council for Science and Technology. Mr. Saru is General Manager of the Unnati Cooperative Marketing Cum Processing Society Limited. He has the background of Masters in Biotechnology from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla, and in the year 2003, he established the Unnati with an objective to utilize natural bioresources of lower Shivalik belt of Punjab as a tool for income generation of local community and self. I would like to inform that the concept of Unnati was nurtured by Punjab State Council for Science and Technology under a Department of Biotechnology, Government of India aided project from 2004 to 2007. The project was handed over to Unnati in the year 2007, and now Unnati is processing more than 2,200 unit metric ton of fruits, vegetables, and herbs grown locally in Kandi area and generating revenue of more than rupees 5 crores to the members network of 700 collectors and farmers. I invite you, sir, to share the success story of Unnati. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Dakni. Good morning, ma'am, Dr. Arora, respectable teacher, mentor, and other colleagues at Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, and other participants in this event. I'm very thankful that this platform is given to Unnati to showcase its activities. So I will ask ma'am that there is one participation by our Unnati control room. Kindly give sharing right to him, and we will show you the live processing of what how the bioresources are getting processed at the facility in Talwara. So this facility was established in year 2004 with the help of Punjab State Council for Science and Technology and the aid from Department of Biotechnology. A very small project which was started in the abundant area of Punjab State Power Corporation Limited at that time called Electricity Board. And this is the our main gate entry of the Unnati. We are network of now more than 1,000 farmers. Regularly, people are joining the project, bringing their bioresources for the processing, and whatever the bioresources we have. So this is a what I am showing in my presentation is a live view of the processing unit at Talwara. This is a gate entry, and here we the farmers are bringing their bioresources like amla, jamun, giloy, tulsi, karela, harar, beheda, all these kind of which are already growing wild in our area. So these are brought by the collectors, and all those collectors are the part of the cooperative society. They are brought and they are purchased and managed by our team of experts, and those fire sources are collected. You will see the live view. Oh, this is the amla which was received, and you will see one person standing on the side. So he has brought this 50 or 60 kg of amla in a from the jungle, and this way the small collectors are bringing amla fruit to the facility, and this is received quality checked here by our quality team, and then it is taken to inside a unit for processing. I'm gonna take it to the next level, washing. How this amla is washed here, and this machine, every machine and every part of the building is customized, and these were the old sheds which the madam has shown you the video. So बिल्कुल पुराने शेड जिसपे जिसकी दीवारें भी नहीं थी. So now this is the live view of that facility, the which old sheds which was shown by Madam Arora, and this fruit is goes and processed. This is amla juicing, live amla juicing going on at the unit, and this facility was totally planned well with the help of Punjab State Council and the other science and technology experts which usually visit us. Number of things which we have taken from CSIR Institute, Punjab Agriculture University is our major partner who have contributed a lot in our development in various technology. Whenever we have any technical problem, so definitely through Punjab State Council we approach Punjab Agriculture University, and always we get the solutions. So this is the how the again old sheds. I'm gonna take to the next one. I'm gonna next one. See the how we are processing the. We make various herbal juices, murabba, amla candy. We pack good sugar here. We made fruit barfi. This lady was taking the nuts for the fruit barfi, and how this is the our recent facility where air handled area we have produced, and this is a shakkar we are packing line, and you will see most of the workforce is a woman here. We have around 250 workers here, and 80% of the workforce is a woman, because the task which was given to us in 2004 was this projects belong to the women empowerment, and we are still sticking to that task. And this whole society is managed by a woman because our president is a woman. Uh, this is how we are processing. This is a Karela Jamun juice packed for a very big brand. This is Modi Gear. It's a MLM company. So this is our packing area. How we are doing the packing, and you will see a one word asana written behind the jacket of every lady. This is our new association with Punjab Agro, which we have launched a common brand for small scale manufacturers or under ODOP scheme. And this is the various activities which are going on in our bioresources processing area. We have the three divisions. One is this fruit and vegetable processing division. Another is this shakkar and candy packing area. This is a filling area, how the juice is getting filled, the bottles, and this is the what all the this fruit and vegetable with the two subdivisions. And another is a or we have a very good example of how this small science and technology intervention can bring a big change. That is a vinegar. So for that, I will ask Dr. Kocher to start his own presentation. We will share Dr. Kocher's presentation, and we will show how a small technology developed in the lab at 25 liter is scaled up to 25,000 liter fermenter. So Dr. Kocher will give you the presentation, and after the presentation, I will be again back with the live view of our fermentation facility, how this small technology, lab technology was scaled up to the next level. Dr. Kocher, please. Amar, you share the presentation of Dr. Kocher.
Thank you, Jyoti ji. First of all, I am thankful to Madam Arora.
Introduced to Dr. Kocher.
Okay.
So next, to know more about the utilization of bioresources, we have with us Dr. Gurvinder Singh Kocher. He will be talking about the brewed vinegar making and its technology transfer. Dr. Kocher is Principal Microbiologist at Department of Microbiology, PAU Ludhiana. His field of specialization is industrial and environment microbiology, and he is conducting research on value addition of agricultural produce into wines and vinegars, fermentation of agro wastes into ethanol, and bioconversion of industrial wastes. I request you, sir, for your presentation.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, Jyoti ji. First of all, I'm thankful to Dr. Ma'am Arora inviting me for this today's talk, a small talk. I'm indebted to here to guide us. Just a small presentation on, as Jyoti ji, they have a very good facility of vinegar making, and I'm thankful that with the help of State Council, Jyoti ji took up this technology and has grown to today is production. Vinegar, right from the kitchen, it was a kitchen commodity, but now today, next slide, please. Today is not only a kitchen commodity, into as a food supplement, as a tonic, and as a medicine too. Please.
Amar, next slide and presentation mode. Amar.
आप अपनी presentation को slide mode पे कर दीजिए sir, then it will be more visible.
अमर इसको प्रेजेंटेशन मोड में करो. Yes.
सर F5 करके ये presentation mode में आ जाएगा.
अमर F5 मोड ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨੂੰ presentation mode ਚ ਕਰੋ please.
Dr. Kocher, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾਲ continue ਕਰ ਲਓ.
Okay. So, as I was saying that now vinegar is not only a commodity, it has grown into tonic and a medicine. Here, the literature reports that vinegar has got various therapeutic properties. It is anti-glycemic, it is antioxidant, helps in weight loss, it reduces the heartburn and acid reflux. It has got all the properties of a nutraceutical. It is all medical and health properties. So, working on how we can contribute. This is a dual fermentation which starts with the fermentation of sugar alcohol followed by fermentation which is oxidative one, stick acid bacteria to vinegar. So we were to work on this process, the main catalyst of which is the inoculum cultures. This is a age-old technology. Otherwise, are using in villages like sugarcane juice. They are putting in the casks and then grounding them, and then after that keep for a few months, and then removing that jala they called or the film which is formed on the top on the surface, and then make vinegar, which is a very crude method. It is not hygienic, and also it produces a low quality vinegar. So we worked on the catalysts, that the inoculum cultures, both the yeast as well as the stick bacteria, which we developed, worked on it and developed into pure cultures, the potential cultures which have got the industrial impacts. Now we were previously supplying these as slant cultures. Now we have modified into the rice flour adsorbed cells and the wood shavings adsorbed cells, which we supply to the producers. I think it's not working, the presentation. I am also indebted to DST for helping me to achieve this task of developing brewed vinegar. I worked in two projects as a principal investigator, both supported by DST through Punjab State Council of Science and Technology. One was in 2010 to 2013, where we scaled up, demonstrated, and promoted the technology of brewed vinegar production, as well as the non-alcoholic carbonated beverages. It was a 2.5 year project from 2010 to 2013. Then also, State Council helped me in getting one project in the areas, which was of 3 years from 2015 to 18, where again we worked on demonstration and promotion of this technology of vinegar. In the country area, we had around more than 6 self-help groups which are still producing this vinegar, and some of these are in contact with the Unnati Cooperative Society also, as they are, as I was told, that they are supplying some vinegar to them also. Then also one project was given by Unnati Cooperative Society. As he said, this was a 20 liter or 25 liter or 50 liter technology which we developed at PAU. But for again its scale up, Jyoti ji provided us a meager amount of 60,000 rupees to scale up this technology, and I am happy to share that we were able to scale it up to 500 liters and even 1,000 liters. To which and from there on, he has been successful in promoting in scaling it up to more than 5,000 liters. So with the help of these projects, we're able to develop two basic technologies for vinegar production: batch fermentation technology, which was developed, which has been developed for sugarcane, grape, apple, jamun, and one blend of apple and sugarcane juice. Tested it at, and it was taking around 22 to 25 days. We were able to get around 4% to 5% of acidity in this, and we further considered it, and again we were able to get Indian patent on this, the concentrated sugarcane vinegar production technology, where that patent demonstrates how you prepare vinegar, brewed vinegar or fermented vinegar, having 15% of volatile acid. And is also a people are following in India mostly the apple vinegar or apple cider vinegar, which is ACV. We also, as I said, we have developed technologies for different fruits like jamun, sugarcane, grapes, and also guava. So there also we have compared their antioxidant potentials, their nutraceutical properties, their shelf life, etc., which are more or less same. Only that ACV has been worked upon since times and has captured the market. Other vinegars are also very important, their therapeutic properties. Then, besides this batch conditions, we developed a technology on semi-continuous vinegar production also. The feature of which is that we are using the wood shaping adsorbed cells of acetobacter. Second fermentation takes more time. In this, we were able to prepare. Had my presentation gone well, so I would have shown you how this has been developed. Used simple plastic pipes of the sanitary pipes columns. So started with that from 5 liter, then moved on to these drums which are being shown here, the blue color drums or like that. So 50 liter in 50 liter, we were able to produce vinegar, and the time was just 3 to 4 days, and the acidity developed was also more. So we passed on these technologies to Jyoti ji as well as some other producers also. Um, and also, we compared their properties with respect to the batch fermentation technology, and we found that the quality of vinegar which is produced is almost same in both types of technologies. So, the semi-continuous fermentation technology, since it is taking more time, less time, 3 to 4 days. So then we show the slide previous to it. Anyway, so this is one research evaluation committee in PAU Ludhiana, which looks into the technologies developed and they approve it for commercialization. This technology of brewed vinegar production was from time to time for different fruits was approved by the research evaluation committee. We got Indian patent also, and on the basis of these two, we have been able to commercialize this technology to various entrepreneurs, which are till date they are 8 in number from not only from Punjab but from Haryana, UP as well as Bihar. So I'm happy to share this small presentation with you. Thank you so much. And now I hand over to Jyoti ji for further elaboration of their unit on vinegar production.
Thank you, Dr. Kocher, and thank you very much for mentoring us, for supporting with this great technology. And with your technology and your support, we are able to scale it up to a big level. Now, in Unnati, we are one of the leading and India's one of the top processor for vinegars, brewed vinegars. We are doing apple cider vinegar. We have the capacity to brew around 12 lakh liter fruit juices to the vinegar in our facility. Amar, दिखान cameras live करें please. Amar. So this is the small technology which was started in one of the polyhouse, which is shown in the presentation of Dr. Kocher, and that was scaled it up to. I'm audible.
Sir, you are audible,
Yes,
sir.
audible.
Yes.
So the screen is visible to you people.
No, screen is not visible.
Amar, please camera sharing कर दीजिए. So this was the technology which I was telling is just a 25 liter technology, and we scaled it up to 25,000 liter fermenters. Now we are operating, which you has seen the glimpse of the fermenters. We will, I think he will from the control room. We will bring the cameras back live view. So this was the just small fermentation process, and the timing for the fermentation was the big challenge in the early stage, because when we started its production, so the fermentation time was around 60 days for especially for apple cider vinegar. But with the intervention of Dr. Kocher, we were able to reduce the fermentation time. And further, when we have taken the interventions of the fermenters, the big fermenters, earlier we installed the 5,000 liter capacity fermenters, and we were packing vinegar for the at that time with only one brand, that was Health Cart. Health Cart has given the major break for our vinegar production. We have started just with the 200 bottles, and now Health Card is marketing in lakhs per month. Uh, and that technology, that time was reduced, and in 2019 we have installed the big fermenters. We have installed the two fermenters of 25,000, 30,000 liter, the main capacity and the working capacity of 25,000 liter. And we are able to process with all the fermentation, the small and big fermenters we have, to average on average 1 lakh liter of fruit juices per month. We have the capacity to ferment, and we are right now packing this apple cider vinegar and other vinegars with all big brands, whether you name it as Health Cart, 1mg, Dabur, Dr. Morpan, Cadla, other brands also. Some Jandu is also a recent entry in our kitty, who is we are making both the vinegars. We are making organic vinegars also. Our this facility is certified as organic facility as well as the conventional one. So we were the first in India at that time who launched the organic certified apple cider vinegar. Earlier, this was the imported product, but now Unnati has introduced it under its own brand, that was the Brewin. We have one exclusive vinegar brand running on the Amazon, that is a Brewin. Brewin was a exclusive agreement with the Amazon. So this is the story of vinegar. I think there was some technical problem. We were not able to see the video. Just give me just 1 minute. I will, if I will able to show the full facility. Amar, video की display हो रही? डॉक्टर मदापनी प्लीज आप शेयर की ऑप्शन दे दीजिए.
Okay.
हाँ, शेयर उन्नति कंट्रोल रूम को शेयर की ऑप्शन दे दीजिए प्लीज.
Okay, sir. Okay.
अमर आ गई? आ गई? Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So this is the 25,000 liter fermenters we have, which was in a seed form, a technology from Dr. Kocher, 25 liter. In a polyhouse we started, and this is a journey from 25 liter indigenous technology at the 25 liter to a 25,000 liter. So you can see this is our format inside view of our fermentation area. We have the this is alcoholic fermenter, and other one is a acetator. So the juice we are processing at one of the a very big facility by Punjab Agro Juices Limited in Hoshiarpur. We are processing aseptic juice there. This is our lab, the vinegar division. We have full quality control lab. Around 27 food technologists, microbiology and biotechnology people are working in the technically working in our unit. And this is the packaging area. Right now it is the tea time, that is why we are not finding anyone inside. It's the tea time is going on. And this is the fermenter. So this is the all about the live view of the fermentation facility with which we are can say serving the major industry players in our in India, and as well as we are exporting also. And recently we have started one venture, a common branding and quality control facility for ODOP products under PMFE scheme in association with Punjab Agro Industry Corporation. So we have created one brand, Asana. Under this brand, all we can market all the ODOP products, and as well as Unnati will extend the centralized quality control facility to all the ODOP beneficiaries. And this is the initiative which is a recent, and we have formed a joint company in association with Punjab, that is a Punjab Agro Unnati Gramin Marketing Private Limited for ODOP products. This is all from my side. Thank you very much. Thanks to State Council, Dr. Roda, and other Dr. Bhatt, Dr. K, Dr. Bakshi for supporting their regular support to उन्नति. छोटा सा पौधा था, एक अच्छे वृक्ष की शेप ले रहा है एंड ऑल क्रेडिट गोज टू पंजाब स्टेट काउंसिल फॉर साइंस। थैंक यू वेरी
much. Thank you, sir. The indigenous utilization of bioresources are creating a huge impact through socio-economic development of the local farmers and self-help group. Moving forward, we have with us Dr. Mahesh Kumar. He will be elaborating the process for scientific production of jaggery, which is produced in large quantities in the northern region of India. Professor Kumar is heading the Processing and Food Engineering Department at PAU Ludhiana. He completed his MTech and doctorate from the same university, and he is undertaking valuable research on post-harvest handling and processing for value addition to agricultural produce. I invite you, sir, for your talk.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I express my gratitude to the entire team of Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, especially Madam J.K. Arora ji, so she has been kind enough with us to have a collaborative program going on a topic which is very dear to our heart. Dear to my heart because I used to work in a sugar factory before joining PAU. So an opportunity has been extended by Punjab State Council, by Madam Bakshi, by Dr. Ali Keshji to work on the scientific production of jaggery. Now we all know, everybody has a good association with villages, and whenever we visit our villages, we always pick few food items, whatsoever we could carry, taking it to be very nutritious for food for ourselves. So this is with every citizen, everybody, whenever we are going to villages, we always pick whatsoever food item is available with us. So on the same lines, whenever we visit to the villages on the roads, we see number of jaggery manufacturer processing the sugarcane juice on the way. And invariably, everybody stop on the way to pick a few small quantity of jaggery for their home consumption. But at the same time, during this winter season, our newspapers are full of the issues related with the adulteration of the processed food, processed jaggery rather. So with this background in our mind, with the support of the Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, we got a good project from this council with the support of Madam Arora. And for the last 2 years, approximately, we are working on them. So I would like to share a small slide about our progress. I think I am not able to show it now. Madam, is this screen visible?
No, sir, not now. Earlier it was visible.
Okay. Okay, let me share.
Yes, sir, it's visible now. Sir, इसको slide mode पर कर दीजिए F5 की.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So with this project, support of the project, we are creating awareness among the farmers and demonstrating the technologies that how we could produce adulteration-free jaggery. So whenever any businessman who is processing, he has primarily two objectives to maximize his returns. So in his zeal to get maximum return, sometimes he resort to the method which are not acceptable and which are not as per FSSI regulations. So when we got this project, we worked on two aspects. One was to create awareness Many times people use many things in the production process, but they are not aware whether it is the right thing or not right thing, whether it is harmful or not. So one part was the creating awareness. We carry out a number of camps at different locations at the farmer field, carry out trainings, prepared literature, inform, try to reach each and every jaggery producer of the state. Second one was to improve upon so that the productivity is improved. Farmer or the producer no longer resort to any unfair means. By using our valid technology, they can maximize their profits. So for this thing start from the selection of sugarcane. First is for a successful entrepreneurs, we require raw material for a longer duration of time. So a jaggery processing unit can run up to 200 days in a year if we plan properly. I mean, there are different varieties of sugarcane. Some are early maturing, some are mid maturing, some are late maturing. So you have to segregate, you have to ensure your supply chain with the farmers that you start early, but you continuously get good sugarcane. And one of the criteria which we fixed was to have a total soluble solid, the total sugar available with the sugarcane. So for this, we introduce a small gadget, which you all here see, that is a refractometer. Very small gadget, it is less than 2000 rupees. So before you harvest your cane, go to the farm, prick the standing sugarcane, 2-3 locations, bottom, mid and top, get few drops of the juice and see the TSS, the total soluble solid. Whenever this value is beyond, then we get good quality jaggery. Means if our TSS, the sugar has not developed in our cane, and we want to take early advantage of processing, so we will not be able to process cane into a jaggery of good quality. So there people resort to adding sugar to the juice so that its TSS is raised. So this type of items news we learn in the news. So if we know that when the bricks, the total soluble solid of the cane juice is 19 and above, only then we get good quality juice. So there is no fun in harvesting immature cane or no fun in processing this over mature cane. So therefore we select the right variety at the field itself. So then surely you will get good quality sugar. Another issue is many times at the jaggery manufacturing site, we see heaps of sugar cane harvested lying there. So what we could observe through this project is that if a cane is not processed within 24 hours, with every 1 day delay in processing, there is a 2% reduction in the recovery for each day. So this means we need to have a very aligned supply chain. Next is the selection of equipment. So there you see the vertical crusher, horizontal crusher. Among these two technologies, there is a 10% improvement in the output. If you have a horizontal crusher, we get 70% extraction as compared to vertical crusher, traditional crusher, which is 60%. When if we resort to these scientific methods, naturally our productivity is improved. Next thing is the use of clarificants. So we always advocate that a vegetative based natural clarificant needs to be used. For the use of clarificant, we need to know the nature of the juice. So that is most of the time, all the juices, they are slightly acidic in nature. So a sugarcane juice, the usual when it is ripened, its fiber content is 12%. At that moment, its pH is about 5.5, little bit acidic. So in an acidic juice, if we try to heat it up, there will be inversion. There will be inversion. sucrose will be broken down to glucose and fructose. So as per my own experience with the sugar mill, immediately after extraction of the juice, we need to raise its pH to about 6.5 or near to 7, so that those harmful reactions which break down the sucrose do not happen. Because if we have fructose and glucose in our jaggery, its storability will be affected. So during storage, we will see a lot of damage happening, lot of losses happening. So therefore, this vegetative clarificant also tries to raise its pH. But ideal is the use of lime solution. So before independence, we have searched all the literature, what the people have been doing. In fact, jaggery making technology is a one technology which initiated from India and spread throughout the world, especially in the Asian countries. The sugarcane spread from China, but the processing of sugarcane into unrefined sugar jaggery, it started from India and it spread throughout the world. From our ancient books, it is clearly written after going through the literature that we can make use of a lime solution. So that has the tendency to raise its pH, that checks the initial inversion. And this is the practice which all sugar mills follow. So we introduced this method also in our processing. It is quite cheap and easy to handle. So only we to take care of the acidity of the juice, 10% lime solution can be added to our extracted juice. And because of this change in reaction, many of the impurities will settle down. Many of the impurities can be handled. So once juice has optimum pH, then it can be heated up. Then the inversion will be minimal. So then we add the vegetative waste clarificant and try to remove all these scums which are undesirable for the jaggery processes. So the value of jaggery is based on color, based on the crystal which we are able to generate within the. So therefore, this is a small gadget, which is a pH meter, which should be there with every jaggery processor to know the nature of the juice. Especially those who are starting early or would like to end late. They would like to process right in April also. Once you understand the nature of your juice, then you take all the precautionary aspects so that the quality is always, uniformity of quality is ensured throughout their processing. Again, this gadget is about 1500.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. So due to time constraints, please thoda apni slides ko, sir.
So another thing that we introduced to have better marketing, better production is the better furnace design. So with better furnace design, we are able to extract all the calorific value within the fuel so that we can save on the fuel also. Then another thing is the use of cubes. This was first with the interaction of Indian Institute of Sugarcane Research. So we could generate a cubes, which is now a standard in most of the jaggery manufacturers. So it has got good packaging. Few of the issues that still needs to be handled is the moisture content. We require, as per BIS standard, we require 5 to 7% moisture in our prepared jaggery for good storage life. But at the time of preparation, it is 13 to 15%. So method of estimation of moisture content of jaggery is still under our consideration and we are working over that. So we are developing some of the methods by which we can easily estimate the moisture content and take the corrective measures. So our few students who have learned this art from us, they are able to export the jaggery to various places and within the country and also to outside. And most of the popular figures of our Bollywood, they are now procuring jaggery from Punjab and consuming there. So especially during this Corona period, there was a lot of jaggery going there. So some of the cane sugar jaggery specification which are not known to the people, that were introduced to them. And then again with the support of the Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, we have installed in the district of Hoshiarpur with a society called FAPRO, a modern demonstrative unit, which now people visit and tend to copy it. So this is all from my side. Now I ask hand over to the organizer, and thanks for the patience hearing.
Thank you, sir. Scientific production of jaggery is much better and fortified than the jaggery produced using traditional techniques employed by the farmers. So there is a slight change in the program due to some urgency. We are moving to the next technical session, and for this we have with us Dr. P.K. Khosla. Dr. Khosla will be telling us about the e-Sanjeevani, which is the telemedicine developed by Center for Development of Advanced Computing, that is CDAC Mohali, for the Department of Health, Government of India. Sir is Executive Director of CDAC Mohali. He started his career by joining as scientist in prestigious Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. There he founded the much sought after Embedded Systems Division in the Terminal Ballistics Research Laboratory. His contributions in the field of science and technology have been acknowledged widely, and he has received several awards of eminence. I invite you, sir, to tell us more about e-Sanjeevani initiative developed and deployed nationally for the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare under Ayushman Bharat scheme of Government of India. Over to you, sir.
Just one moment. Let me share my presentation before I start. Presentation, where is- Yeah, okay.
In fact, not only Sanjeevani, Dr. Khosla, any other indigenous technologies you would like to share? Uh, Everyone here would benefit, developed by CDAC.
400 meters, turn left. Am I audible and is my presentation full screen?
Yes, sir, you are audible and your presentation is visible.
Okay. Right. At the outset, let me wish you all a very warm good morning and also thank Dr. Arora and all the organizers of this activity, the VIGYAN UTSAV, that you chosen in apprising the audience about indigenous technology. Oh, my wish to the participants. I have overrun out of my time, so I'll try to rush through because I reached my destination. I wanted to cover it before 11:15. And Dr. Arora wanted me to touch upon some other indigenous technologies also. There are very many in which we are into, which have made impact in the country. But I'll cover today the topic which has been given to me and which is also dear to me. Friends, after the onset of pandemic, many lives have been lost and many livelihoods have been lost. And many of us came out with many innovative solutions. I'm going to talk about the one which has direct relevance to the pandemic, not direct in the sense that we have given pills to the patients that they get cured, but we have taken steps wherein the exposure to the infections has been avoided to a good extent. I'm going to talk about the teleconsultation solution, wherein the kindly bear with me. You might hear some noises because I'm traveling, traffic noise or some other noises. Kindly bear with me. Now, this teleconsultation solution is a software solution wherein a patient from the comfort and confine of his residence can consult a doctor in a standard way. What are those details? I'll talk about it later. The success of the system can also be gauged from the fact that for this solution, we've been awarded by none other than the President of India for innovation in pandemic in the Digital India Awards. And the Another success factor I would say is that this solution has been used by, or it has provided the teleconsultations to 1.94 crore of people as on date. There are two different solutions. One is the health from operating from the health and wellness centers, which is something like a paramedic to a doctor or a doctor to a doctor, which facilitates the consultation of the patient. The other one is the e-Sanjeevani OPD, wherein you can consult a doctor, government doctor, free of cost from the residence or wherever you are using your mobile app or your laptop. It can be Android app or um, your iOS app. Friends, I'll give you an idea. The PGI at its peak would have done about 1 lakh consultations in a day. And presently, this system of CDAC Mohali is doing more than 1 lakh consultations a day. And this is funded by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and a lot of improvements have been brought in by their interventions. If you recall, the first lockdown was around March end 2020. Now, if you look at this, this is the March end scenario. At that time, only the doctor-to-doctor consultation was legal in India, and we had rolled out one solution about 5 months prior to that, which facilitated the doctor-to-doctor consultation, which we call it e-Sanjeevani HWC. Now, in this solution, we could carry out just about 200 consultations a day. That was the scenario. And then in March end, Government of India rolled out the new teleconsultation guidelines, which declared that the patient to doctor consultation in India is also legal now. And we were called upon to provide a solution to that. We worked day and night during the lockdown, and in about 18 days time, we could roll out first version of this in April. And if you look at this, thereafter, the graph from April onwards started rising. And there is one peak you see is around May 21 also. That was the second wave of pandemic. So pandemic did help in digitalization in a big way, and teleconsultation is also a beneficiary of that. And today, the lakhs of teleconsultations are taking place across the country. It has been adopted by all states of the country, not only Punjab. It started from Punjab, the first development, but now today it's there in every state of India. These are some of the statistics of the states as on 1st of December. That means it's on November and last month, and these statistics are there. On the left hand side, you see the number of states which are using. You have total consultations, the consultations on HWC, the consultations on OPD platform. Andhra is leading the team with maximum consultations. The second and third are way behind, the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu and UP. If you see, Punjab in this figure shows at number 13 using both. The OPD consultations are very less in this case. But Punjab is also utilizing to a good extent. If you see how much it is, something like 13 lakh plus consultations have been done in November end here in Punjab also. So now, why has it happened? You were talking about the indigenous technologies. The e-Sanjeevanis had been there earlier also, right? Why? I mean, the teleconsultation solutions were there, but why it has become a success now? Let me delve on it in a couple of slides. Our population is nearly 1.4 billion, and out of that, about 35% are in the urban area, and we have about 80% of us have mobile connections as well, and 45% of us are connected to the internet. So these are the enablers, one of the enablers, and the other is the widespread internet bandwidth which is available. There are 83 crore internet users in India. COVID-19 has brought in the digitalization and has been a catalyst in the process. The patient to doctor consultation has become legal now, which wasn't there earlier. And the technology has been adopted by the doctors as well as the patient. Even doctors were shying away from teleconsultations earlier, and now it's a need of the doctors as well as the patients to avoid the infections. So teleconsultation is adopted. Video conferencing solutions, which each one used to cost more than a lakh of rupee per annum. Now it is 14,000 rupee per connection we pay. The younger generation is tech savvy, so they quickly jump onto the newer apps, which is there. eSanjeevani is a mobile app as well as a web app. The technology solutions are being rapidly rolled out. I told you we could do it in about 13 or 18 days of time, the initial version. And then long-awaited guidelines of the Government of India have come through, which have been a catalyst. As per that, the apprehensions of the doctors have been set aside. Many states had their own teleconsultation guidelines, which have now these are the overriding guidelines. The whole guidelines are client-centric. Any RMP can practice, and any mode of communication. You can do it through your phone or through your laptop, or either way it's possible. Either party can discontinue, but both of them have to identify each other. The jurisdiction is within the state of India. The consultation cannot be provided to a patient who is beyond our boundaries. But there are some of the areas which are not yet addressed or not covered fully. For example, remote surgeries will not be possible. Any AI solution that we provide, even CDAC Mohali provides several AI solutions that can be offered only to the doctors and not to the patients directly, and so on. So now the scenario is pretty rosy. It is expected that there will be a market worth $5.5 billion in India itself by 2025 of the telemedicine solutions. Now, what are the benefits? Why should we have teleconsultation? One, it's a resource utilization. You just put your solution on the cloud, and rest of the country, the doctors, the patients across the country using their own phones and laptops can use it. The early intervention is possible. Here, sitting in your residence, you can consult a doctor, that too free of cost. So many a times early diagnosis happens, especially in cancer patients or many other cases. Early intervention is so important. Unnecessary crowding in the hospitals, the transportation there is avoided. It can as well be used for training the healthcare users. There is a cost saving, and also the documentation, the way the prescriptions are generated in a standard way conforming to the SNOMED city standards, that has taken place. Now, this system by itself has some key features, which are one, there has to be a key video consultation solution, a queue management system similar to what you have in the hospitals. Here also you would be in the queue, but here the queue would not be of more than about 5 minutes or so. First in, first out kind of delivery. An e-prescription is handed out to you, which is signed by the doctor and honored by the pharmacy. The instant messaging solutions are there, which provide you the OTP and authentication. The electronic health record and SNOMED city compliant proceedings are done, including the prescription. The scalability is enormous. We started with hundreds of consultations, went on to thousands, had many challenges, but we kept scaling it up because the solution is scalable. So now we are conducting about a lakh of consultations a day, and the day is not very far when we would be doing about 5 lakh consultations a day. A lot of specialist OPDs and the general OPDs, about more than 400 plus specialist OPDs. The general OPDs, 44 of them, have been provided by different states. It covers tele-ophthalmology, telemedicine, tele-oncology, and so on. Tele-psychiatry can be a very big beneficiary of this, tele-dermatology, and so on. So all these OPDs are available through this solution, and the process is very simple. If you are already registered, you just enter your phone number and you get an OTP. You can be authenticated through that, and a token is generated. If you're not registered, you can register within a minute by giving some preliminary information about you, in which state you belong to, and then you'll be connected to the doctor of your state. The next part is the once your turn comes, you get a OTP which says you can log in now. Once you log in, it shows the queue. You might be 4th or 5th in the queue, and when your turn comes, you can press a call now button, and when the doctor is also presses the button at his end, starts conversing with you. There is a screen like this wherein the demographics of yours appears on the left hand side. the video of the patient you see on the top, the video of the doctor is also seen by the patient. Both can see each other, converse with each other, and many vitals can be understood by the doctor by the video itself. And then the doctor gives the prescription, which can be downloaded by you for buying the medicine. And the ecosystem for the technical fellows, of course, there is a patient and a doctor at each end, but there has to be a video consultation solution. There has to be an administrator who would provide a dashboard to the administrators, like in this case. Also, the dashboard is provided to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, which gets to know what's happening in which state all across the country. And a system where the patient can run through the entire process. And of course, the cloud service where it is hosted, from where you'll be connected by a server client kind of mechanism. These are some more technicalities, how the architecture is. For example, the admin fellow has to log in and also register the hospitals, register the doctors, and so on. And same way, the patient has to log in and register himself, and to facilitate the consultation. Different modules, which are patient registration, token generation, and so on, have been developed, and they are interfaced with other modules using the APIs. And then there's an application server hosted on the cloud with a secure database behind that has been done. And now, gauging the success of this system, many other applications are coming up. We have one, the Sehat system. Sehat system has been adopted by Army Navy Air Force, the IDS. This is being utilized by services for their own consultations. This slide I'll skip, because this is more of a kind of technical challenges that we came across in the course of development, when the application would crash after, say, 8,000 consultations or 9,000 consultations. But we got through that, and today we are able to handle much larger number of consultations. Now, my own opinion is the day is not very far when the doctors will like to have a consultation which is more informed, like not the audio video consultation, not the reports alone. They would like to measure the vitals of the patient. So I'm expecting, like today, the thermometer, the BP apparatus, or the pulse oximeter is popular in the houses. Many more gadgets would come up which will provide the for example, from the camera, you can pointing it towards the face, it's possible to know the plethysmographic wave. It's possible to know the temperature of the patient, and many more things like that. So those things would come up, and this would be a good lead for you all to have startups in some of those areas. Now, the telemedicine is set to grow. It's not that it will end with the pandemic, because the National Digital Health Mission itself is taking shape, wherein there is going to be a repository of the doctors. Anyone in the repository will only be allowed to practice. There will be a repository of nurses, repository of labs, of teleconsultation solutions, and the interoperability between all these, which is so important. Then the personal data protection law is taking shape. So I'm expecting this field will grow leaps and bounds. And having done good work, the awards come calling. We didn't apply for those, but still we kept getting one after another. The Digital India Award 2020 came our way. There was eGov Award, a Scotch Award, a Digital Technology Sabha Award for Excellence, and Gems of India Award, and many more like this have come our way. Thanks to the good work done by my team. And there are very many more solutions which have a good impact have been done by the CDAC Mohali. So that's it from me today. Thank you for the patient listening, and Jai Hind to you all.
Thank you, sir, for this valuable information. eSanjeevani has indeed taken up deep roots, especially during the pandemic times. So coming back to the first technical session, we will have an on-site demonstration of scientific production of jaggery. For this, we have with us Mr. Sukhjinder Pannu. He is manager, Farms Produce Promotion Society, that is FAPRO, Hoshiarpur, who will show us the live working of jaggery production unit set up by Punjab State Council for Science and Technology in collaboration with Punjab Agricultural University, Ludhiana, under Rural Biotech Innovation and Application Center, supported by Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. I invite you, sir, for the on-site demonstration of jaggery production.
Speaking. Join. Okay. हाँ जी बोलो हेलो
हाँ जी सर, स्टार्ट कीजिए, आप बोलिए अपना।
नमस्कार जी, हम फार्म प्रोड्यूस प्रोड्यूसर सोसाइटी डिस्ट्रिक्ट शाहपुर से बोल रहे हैं। हमारी सोसाइटी के वी हैव मोर देन 300 फार्मर्स एट ऑन रोल। ये यूनिट जो है ये यूनिट जो है बनाया गया स्टेट काउंसिल ऑफ साइंटिफिक रिसर्च एंड पंजाब एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी की कोलैबोरेशन से। इट्स ए ब्लेसिंग इन डिसगाइज फॉर अस। इस यूनिट की स्ट्रेंथ क्या है? टेक्निकल तो आपको पहले
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही सर।
करोड़ एरिया ऑफ द कंडी एरिया में स्थापित किया गया है और इसकी स्ट्रेंथ, इसकी कैपेसिटी है मोर देन 10,000 मैन डेज जनरेट करने की। नंबर 2 क्वालिटी प्रोड्यूस देने की। नंबर 3 स्टेबिलिटी इन एग्रीकल्चर इनकम लगाने की इसकी जो है। ये यूनिट टोटल ऑन हाइजेनिक बेस पर प्रोड्यूस किया गया है, तो ये इसकी स्ट्रेंथ है। मोर ओवर जो हमारी सिस्टम फार्म प्रोड्यूस प्रमोशन सोसाइटी का सिस्टम है प्रोडक्शन का, दैट इज एंटायरली डिफरेंट टू द प्रिवेलिंग सिस्टम्स इन इंडिया एज वेल एज अब्रॉड। Our production system is based upon the philosophy of our production system is use of science with maximum cooperation of Mother Nature, and we are getting about 600 to 700 quintal yield per acre in addition to 4 intercrops. So we request such unit should be further be enhanced in the areas. ये यूनिट रूरल एरिया में सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट करने के लिए, ये यूनिट रूरल एरिया में सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी जनरेट करने के लिए इट विल बी प्रूव टू बी एबल। वीकनेसेस अभी हमारी है कुछ, उसके बारे में है कि धीरे धीरे जो पकड़ रहा है स्पीड इंडिया में, पर्टिकुलरली पंजाब में और भी चाहिए, और इससे जो है रूरल इकोनॉमी में स्टेबिलिटी आएगी। फ्यूचर प्लान वी वांट के इस यूनिट के साथ ही जो है लिक्विड जगरी का प्लांट वो भी नाल जॉइंट लगाना चाहिए, उससे दैट विल फर्दर बूस्ट द इकोनॉमी एज वेल एज डाइवर्सिफिकेशन प्रोग्राम ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। So thank you very much, sir. So just have a glance of the operating unit. Hello, sir.
मरे बोली जाओ तो सही।
हाँ,
क्या है सर?
this is a crusher
बोलो
having the capacity of 8 to 10 quintal per hour. This is an isolated unit for honey. Sorry,
फिल्ट्रेशन
फिल्टर जूस फिल्टर है। इससे आगे ये सप्लाई लाइन जाती है आगे, और ये यूनिट है अल्टीमेटली से है।
हाँ मरे सर 3 PM सिस्टम
3 PM सिस्टम जगरी मेकिंग अगला लाई
अगला
ला दे
बस ठीक है।
और दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट we are generating now 5 products from here. This is a Tukdi wala good, value added, and simple good, and packed good. So we are much happy here, and we wish Government of India will take care of further advancement of such units. Thank you. Lord.
Thank you,
Bas.
sir. We have
चलो ठीक हो गया.
Thank you, sir. We have now seen that production of jaggery scientifically indeed holds a great scope. We are thankful to you, sir, for showing us the on-site process of jaggery production. Moving ahead, I would like to inform that Council has set up climate resilient sheds under our Climate Change Knowledge Center in association with Guru Angad Dev Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, Ludhiana, and Dairy Development Board, Punjab. These sheds have been set up using climate-friendly indigenous technology. To know more about this technology, we have with us Dr. Ravinder Singh Grewal, Director, Livestock Farms, Gardwasu, Ludhiana. Dr. Grewal is a renowned academician, researcher, and extensionist in the field of animal nutrition. His area of research interest is in dairy and transition animal nutrition and crop residue use in animal feeds. I invite you, sir, for your presentation.
Hello, everybody. My slides are visible?
Yes, sir. Sir, इसको presentation उसमें कर दीजिए, sir.
Yes, yes. Yes, it is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everybody. I am going to show you some background about the designing of climate resilient sheds and something about the work done under the project funded by Ministry of Environment, Government of India. And this was a project in which 4 components were taken up by the university. The designing of climate resilient shed for small and marginal farmers and also commercial farms is one of the objective of that project. The other was disease forecasting and to develop a climate resilient insurance product for the livestock. This was done first time in India for production linked insurance for livestock. Now, as you all know that there is a prediction about rise in temperature from 0.3 to 4.8 degrees centigrade by IPCC 2013, depending on various projections. So there is bound to increase the heat load on the humans also, on the crops, on the livestock. So we have to, apart from the mitigation strategies, we have to adopt some adaptation strategy. So these sheds which were developed, this is a part of those adaptation strategies. There is huge losses which occurs due to heat stress in India. We don't have a specific the quantification of heat losses due to the heat stress on dairy industry in India. Just LEP, we have taken the US data where a lot of huge losses, economic losses have been projected, which are incurred by the dairy industry due to heat stress in southern part of the country. We generally consider that buffaloes, they are indigenous and they are not prone to heat stress, but this is a wrong, you can say, information. Buffaloes are very much affected by heat stress. Their pulse rate, their respiration rate, their rectal temperature, all are affected due to heat stress. Being black and very low number of sweat glands, they are prone to heat stress. They evolved as a, you can say, animal which live in the water buffalo. That is why they are called water buffalo. So when we keep those in intensive production system, they suffer from heat losses. We measure heat stress as thermal temperature humidity index, THI. the most of the time of the year, the THI remains high in this part of the country. Almost all India, there is high heat stress on the dairy animals right from the April up to October or September. The THI remain more than 70 or 72%, which is stressful to the animal. This is the average data of 11 years. So THI higher than 72 from 1st April up to right up to October. This is a stressful period. So based on these, we have developed some equations. I will show you one slide of equation, then I will show you the sheds. Now we have some high crossbreeding in the state, in the Punjab, where exotic blood is introduced, HF, which are very prone to heat stress, much more than indigenous cattle, much more than buffalo. So for those animals, we have to have some specific sheds, specific cooling system, fans, foggers, all those types of systems are required. So we have taken care of those also, because in rural area, the farmers generally keep both buffalo and crossbred cows in the same shed or at the same farm, small and marginal farm. It is a seldom that the farmers keep only buffalo or only crossbred, but majority of the farmers keep both. So depending upon those things we have designed. So Government of India has initiated National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture in 2010 and 11, under which various techniques were developed. So in Gadwasu, we have developed some equation. I will show you only one thing I want to show you, this at the bottom. For each 1 degree increase in THI above 72, there is decrease in 74 gram of milk, 74 liter of milk, not 74 liter, 0.074 means 74 ml of milk per unit increase in THI in buffalo. This is in cattle 154, double than the buffalo, more than double. So buffaloes are also affected, cattle are affected, crossbred cattle are to a much higher degree, but both are affected. So this is done based on the actual data analysis of our farm, university farm of past 10 years data. Now coming to our main topic, climate resilient shed, we have two target audience when we are designing these sheds. One is commercial farms, because Punjab is you can say a state where commercial dairy farming developed. So a lot of commercial farms, about 10,000 commercial dairy farms are there in Punjab. So we have to cater that industry also. In addition to that, we have majority of the animal population in small holding production system, about 5 to 10 maximum. So for those, we have to cater also. So a large commercial dairy farm, we have developed a shed for 150 animals. Basically, we are taking buffaloes as animals, because in crossbred cows, there are already a lot of techniques developed. But in buffalo, not much work has been done, even outside the country. So in buffalo, the problem is that buffaloes are prone to both heat stress as well as cold stress. So both type of stresses are present in our environment during winter. Like this season, there is cold stress on buffalo. During summer, there is heat stress. So to alleviate the heat stress, we have constructed this shed giving enough shade, and also in this we have installed some system which are integrated with the temperature and humidity sensors. When temperature rises, fans and water spray starts. When temperature is low or humidity is high, the water spray stops. Those type of system we have installed in this this shed. This shed is now almost near completion. This is a few months back photo, but still work is going on. We'll show the final picture in maybe it will be ready in 1 or 2 months maximum. So in this, the height of the shed is lower than the cattle, because in winter we have to cover from the north side with some curtains, because to protect the buffalo from direct northwesterly cold winds. In cattle, that is not a major problem in crossbred cattle, but in this we have. So in this we have automatic climate modifier system with humidity and temperature sensors. Now the convection heat from the top of the roof, when solar radiation is touches the roof, it heats up. That heat load is transferred. There are some studies we came across. We have one engineer in our team. According to that heat load is maximum transferred to about 4 to 5 feet below the ceiling. So we have kept the height of this shed 12 feet minimum from the edge, and at the center it is 23 feet. So 12 feet means maximum heat convection is up to 4 feet. So animal is about 4-5 feet. So there is ample, you can say, scope to make the animal comfortable in the shade. Now this is a 10 animal shed. Now these sheds, they are designed for small and marginal farms. Cost structure was very much into consideration, because we don't want to design the sheds which are very costly and have very complicated systems, because that is very easy to do but very difficult to implement. So we want that that technology should be implementable and easy to maintain, and also within approach of everybody. So we designed 2 sheds, 5 animal and 10 animal. In 5 animal shed, the cost was, this is the PWD cost. Of course, the farmers are making it at much lower rate. What we have came across, that farmers are making a 10 animal shed at about 3.5 lakh, and 5 animal shed is 2.5 to 2.7 lakh rupees. And this is the farmers' cost which they incur while constructing this shed. Now in this shed, we have installed the insulation under the roof, because we cannot keep the height of this shed too high, because span is less. So then it will expose the animal to environmental stresses. So the height of roof is 9 feet and 12 feet from the highest point. 9 feet is the lowest point. And under the roof, there is insulation either of aluminum bubble sheet or little on sheet. Both type of insulation are used, which is very, you can say, economical to install. And on the western side, we have installed a fan integrated with the water mister or fogger, and connected with the water tank and a timer. A timer is very much required for this, because we don't want that water spray should be continuous process, because that will lead to more humidity or more wetness, dampness in the shed, which will lead to more ticks and more other diseases. So we don't want to do that. So our idea is that water spray should be about 1 minute or 45 seconds to 1 minute in after every 10 minutes. So fan running should be continued. And there is on and off switch for water or separately. So during rainy season, we want to switch off the water, only fan is there, so that can be done. So this fan and mister and timer, this system was developed by a local manufacturer in Jagrao. We coordinated with him, so he came up with we told him our requirements, and he made this combination. So this is very effective to alleviate the heat stress in 5 and 10 animal. In 5 animal shed, we have 24-inch fan. In 10 animal shed, we have 30-inch fan. So these are the sheds constructed at village level, different community level shed construction, where a team of dairy development department and Punjab Science Council team, and with some news reporters, they visited some sheds and got the feedback. So in this, because we don't have any exposed brick wall, the tick infestation reduced drastically or altogether eliminated, because tick-borne disease is very much a challenge for small-scale farmers. So that we were able to eliminate this, and this is from southern side, sunshine enters during winter, so animal feel comfortable. Insulation is there, so heat transfer below the ceiling is not there, so fan and mist is there. So all these small techniques, economical and cheaper, which alleviate the heat stress in animals. So we have taken feedback also. We have taken data from the sheds constructed in animal shed in the field. Also, this is one or two data. Three districts, Bathinda, Ludhiana, Tarntan, were selected for implementation of this project. Climate resilience shed, the prevalence of ticks was reduced significantly. In climate resilience shed in Bathinda, there is only 9% animals suffering from ticks, but in ordinary sheds, 34% animals were suffering from ticks. The same thing in Ludhiana, 13 and 26 double, and in Tarntan also 17 and 13. And there is drastic reduction in tick infestation in climate resilient sheds because we don't have any exposed open brick walls in this. So these are even the milk production has increased by 10 to 15% in these sheds. These are some of the success stories we have taken feedback from. Of course, we have taken many feedbacks, but I'm showing only two. This is the village Kararwala in district Bathinda and village Pabbiya in district Ludhiana. They have 10 animals in village Kararwala, Bathinda, 3 lactating, the production of 14, 15 liters milk per day per animal. So the production per animal increased by 1 to 2 liter per lactating animal in this shed. So prevalence of tick and mastitis reduced. So there is more awareness about the dairy farming and different techniques due to interaction with the university team and team of animal husbandry department, dairy development department. Similarly, in village Pabbiya, they have 6 lactating animals, 60 liters total production was there. So they told that the per animal milk production increased by 2 to 3 liter by alleviating the heat stress in these sheds. So similarly, the prevalence of tick infestation and mastitis reduced significantly. So it is proving to be very useful technology, economical and cost-effective technology for small scale and marginal farmers at the village level. This is all. So this is that for adaptation strategy, we need more data very much because in India, data generation and its analysis is a problem. So vulnerability of India is quite high due to climate change. Adaptation, we need breeding more animals which are resistant to heat stress and diseases of tropics, housing, which we try to address in this, the nutrition strategy, disease surveillance. So all these things has to be there to make a complete package for climate resilient livestock production system. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful information. The technologies of climate resilient sheds would be incomplete if we are not taken on a virtual tour of the kettle sheds. For this, we have with us Shri Balvinder Singh, Dairy Development Officer, Ludhiana. He will be showcasing the actual climate resilient kettle sheds constructed under the Government of India funded project. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I am present in village Jatana of district Ludhiana.
Sir, you are not audible.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
So you can start. Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. हाँ जी सर, आप स्टार्ट कीजिए अपना प्रेजेंटेशन.
मैम आप फोन बदल के कर दे लो. चला चला दे. हाँ जी, हेलो।
हाँ जी सर, आप स्टार्ट कीजिए सर।
मैडम आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी सर, आ रही है, बिल्कुल आ रही है सर।
ठीक है। I am in village Jatana, district Ludhiana, where we have have constructed 10 animals cattle shed of 10 animals, climate resilient shed. In this shed, we have provided for the 10 buffaloes, where we have provided a water tank to provide the animals water, so that the water can be used
जो
properly.
ऑडियो
And
वीडियो है विजिबल नहीं है सर, आप इसको ऑन कर दीजिए सर वीडियो को।
on in here was video.
सर आप बोलिए।
To provide water for the animals, every time we have prepared here two tanks, water tanks, which are leveled by the tap, where from where the animals can take water every time. These sheds are so constructed that the animals will be live openly, and it is easier to exercise for the animals in this shed. And the Khurli jo manager is provided properly at the ground level, so that the the animals can digest the food properly and take and give more milk. I will see you the manger which is prepared here. This is under manger is under proper distance and proper height. It is about 3 feet width and 1.5 feet depth, so that animals can take the food properly. And all the shed is open from all sides, so that the air can flow properly and the temperature will be maintained properly to remove the heat stress. The direction of the sheds is taken proper sunlight, and you can pass into the shed to dry the floors to prevent to provide. This is the water tank from where the animals can take water, and the roof of these sheds is sealed. There are two water tanks to provide the water to jungle calves also. and the animals can be taken easily, and the labor
सर
is
आप वीडियो ऑन कर
less
सकते हो, वीडियो
labor.
हमें शो नहीं हो रही सर। सर आप जो दिखा रहे हो वो वीडियो हमें शो नहीं हो रही, तो आप आई थिंक अपना वीडियो ऑन कर दीजिए।
This is the roof which is sealed by thermocol. Reduce the heat replacement to the animals so that the animals can be protected from heat stress. And this is the water tank from where the animals can take water properly 24 hours. And the animals in this shed are kept open so that they can take the food and water at the right time properly. And this is the manger from where the animals can take food, and this is the pass from where the laborer can and provide the food to the animals out from outside. अब हम बात कराएंगे आपको जो इस शेड का मालिक है उससे कि इससे कितना फायदा होता है हुआ है उसको।
ਕਾਲ ਜੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਡੈਰੀ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਤੋਂ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਜੀ ਸ਼ੈੱਡ। ਜਦੋਂ ਆ ਸ਼ੈੱਡ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਹਦਾ। ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਪਸ਼ੂ ਠੀਕ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਾਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ, ਤੇ ਦੁੱਧ ਵਧਿਆ, ਫੈਟ ਦਾ ਫਰਕ ਪਿਆ। ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਪਸ਼ੂ ਸੂਣ ਤੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਸਮੇਂ ਸਿਰ, ਹੀਟ ਤੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਗੱਭਣ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਮੈਸ। ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸ਼ੈੱਡ। ਗਰਮੀ 'ਚ ਸਰਦੀ 'ਚ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਸ਼ੂ ਠੀਕ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨਹੀਂ। ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਰ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਮੈਮ। ਇਹ ਸੀ ਇਸ ਸ਼ੈੱਡ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਸ਼ੈੱਡ ਬਾਰੇ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈਗਾ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਮੈਮ।
Thank you, sir. So moving towards the second technical session, we all know National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD, is providing key support for rural development through promotion of indigenous technologies. So for this, we have with us Madam Arpita Bhattacharya ji. She is Deputy Manager, General Manager in NABARD, Chandigarh, and she will be telling us about the support system created by NABARD for promotion of indigenous technologies. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Mandakini. Good afternoon, everyone. And firstly, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So, respected Jatinder Kaur Arora, madam, co-hosts of this event, Dr. Datta, then other distinguished speakers, Dr. Mahesh, Dr. Khosla, speakers from Gadwasu, and some wonderful sessions also that we had. This particular session on this VIGYAN Mahotsav for this, I really congratulate PACST for having such a session and such an event. And of course, on such a relevant topic that is on indigenous technologies. World over now, whenever we are talking about development now, then the most important point for us today is thinking about the long term, thinking about the sustainability. And when we are thinking about sustainability, when we are thinking about the long term, we will have to think about what we have locally and how we can maximize the opportunities that can be availed from the local resources. And this is a realization that the entire world is waking up now. And especially post-pandemic, it has become even more relevant. Because if the aspirations and needs of people are are supplied and they are addressed locally, then local development will also be there, and the problems of imbalances in the rural-urban scenario that also can be addressed. Having said that, for this particular topic, one boundary I will start with, that NABARD is not into fundamental research. That said, we can always be there in technology duplication. We can always be there in last mile outreach. How? I just bring out what our schemes are and what our facilitations that we have. In this regard, I need to begin with this, that we have had a very good association with PSCST. We have some wonderful projects that have been done in the past and they are ongoing also. The project that right now, which was being discussed about regarding climate resilient livestock, live sheds, etc. It's a project that is being done under NFCC, where NABARD is acting in the role of NIE. It's again a wonderful project. It has got certain components which are totally unique. One of them being the climate resilient insurance of animals, and where their productivity will be measured in terms of the temperature humidity index. So in that, Gadvasu is working and PSST as a nodal agency is overseeing the entire project. So coming back again to NABARD, how we can facilitate. So if there is any bank which is giving any such project, which is financing any such project, which is dealing with say agriculture, rural development or new technology, etc. So for that, they can get refinanced from NABARD at concession rates. So that banking part aside, we being a very small organization, we are not really into direct financing, but we have some of our subsidiaries that give direct financing. Now, incubation and development of new ideas is an angle which can be supported through, say, venture capital fund support or incubation support. For both of that, venture capital support NABARD gives through our subsidiary called NAB Ventures, where new ventures are supported. And for incubation support also, we have got certain schemes through, we support incubation centers in eligible entities. Besides that, in the development of local technologies, one very important angle is that giving credence to experience. Madam Arora was also talking about this, that we have had this jugaad sort of practice, I should use the word practice here, where we try to converge whatever is available and come up with a solution. So these are not really very educated people. They are somewhere I had read that word of being used called professor of practice. So we really look forward to how these professors of practice can be brought up in the formal fold, how their experiences can also be brought in, because these are also indigenous technologies, and which can come up with local solutions with locally available resources. So here, institutions like PSCST and PAU, CRAC also, they may have some valid points to offer, which can help people like us who are not really in the, say, technology recognition or technology development stage, but we can take it out to the last mile outreach. Again, talking about local resources and development in the local areas, when we talk about local art, like it's also sort of a technology, but locally when local art is brought out, I mean, traditionally it is brought out. So to support such traditional art forms and also local varieties of, say, food and fruits, etc., through like indigenous plants, etc., indigenous seeds, etc. So we have schemes where we give grant-based support for such projects which can ultimately lead out to development of livelihood options for people. Then we have a very good scheme, like we are one of the flagship bearers of this scheme of FPOs and OFPOs, through which we bring out farmers and non-farm players together to develop traditional art forms, to develop other traditional varieties also, and also to give the farmers a better means of improving their income earning skills, as well as reducing on the costs also and increasing their bargaining power through aggregation. So this is also an important angle of taking, say, indigenous technologies forward, because these are the people who will be applying it to the field. So FPOs and OFPOs can be a very good means of delivering these mechanisms and trying and testing it out. So I have been in Punjab for the last 3 years or so. And one thing I really appreciate about Punjab is the spirit of entrepreneurship that is there. And in that, I would say even the farmers, they are also entrepreneurs. So these technologies, once developed, they are so ready and receptive to take it and to practice in and to bring out further modifications suiting out. So there is a very good spirit of entrepreneurship in Punjab, which can be given support through, say, PAU, PACST, and our institutions like NABARD. Then NABARD also has got schemes to support traditional art forms as well as indigenous varieties through GI support in pre-registration and post-registration phase. And for that, we are in discussions with PSCST. We are in discussions with Dr. Dapinder and Dr. Divya Kaushik. We are really hopeful of something good of emerging out of there. And besides that, just as I said, that if there is any project which needs some grant-based support, which can be having replicable features where farmers or beneficiaries' income can be increased, NABARD can be there on an eligible project based. Besides that, NABARD also gives training support for rural youth and other eligible artisans and as well as farmers in different schemes so that they can be employable. Like unemployment is an issue, employability is also an issue. We need to bridge out that gap where the right kind of people with the right kind of training can be placed where they are actually needed, and a meaningful livelihood can be derived out of there. So NABARD has a presence even there. And besides that, NABARD has another subsidiary called NAB Foundation, where projects which through CSR funding can be supported through mutual collaboration. And we have our credit support subsidiaries also called NAB Kisan and NAB Samriddhi, through which eligible FPOs and eligible entrepreneurs can also access our credit finance. And the gamut of taking technology forward is such that it's a collaborative mission, and NABARD definitely has an important role to play. And under PSCST, NABARD as an NFCC NIE, we have been working with them, and we have had some very good projects and discussions coming up, which has happened with the team, which is led by Dr. Preetpalji, Dr. Rupali Bal, and last but not the least, this is a missive where we all are together, and NABARD will definitely be there in whatever roles that are under our mandate for supporting technology transfer, for taking technology to the rural masses, and also for say support in terms of say training and replication and incubation support also. So these are broadly the gamuts where NABARD is. And again, wish you all the very best in this seminar that is being conducted. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for the useful information. This information will indeed guide our participants to get support from NABARD. So coming to the last presentation in today's session, we have with us Mr. Puneet Kashyap, who is running a voluntary organization and contributing appreciably towards eco-friendly utilization of agro waste. Mr. Kashyap is director of Gadri Baba, Dulla Singh Yani Nihal Singh Foundation, Jalaldiwal. His organization is involved in the fields of dairy, honey, agriculture, and seeds. He is running a campaign on stubble burning and providing cattle feed and fodder solutions to the farmers. For ecological management of paddy straw, agricultural waste is collected from many nearby villages. I invite you, sir, to tell us more about this endeavor as well as the technologies which are utilized. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mandakini. I would like to thank Dr. Datta, Dr. Jatinder Kaur Arora, and especially Punjab State Council for Science and Technology for inviting us to give the presentation on our work. So I just like to show my presentation, the work which we are doing on controlling the stubble burning. So we are Gadri Baba Dulla Singh Yani Nihal Singh Charitable Foundation. We are an NGO registered under Society Act, and it involves in various activities like stop stubble burning, medical health camps, blood donations, vaccine drives, ration to BPL families, tree plantation, agriculture awareness camps, clean awareness, and etc. kind of things. We are running 3 FPOs with the name of Khushal Agriculture Producer Association, Khushal Seed Producer Association, and Khushal Honey and Dairy Producer Association. And we are likely touching more than 80 plus villages in Ludhiana and Barnala districts, facilitating more than 5,000 farmers and around 1 lakh acres of agriculture land we are touching. Currently having 150 plus agriculture equipments and providing feed and fodder solutions and plus medical and veterinary medical camp supports to more than 25,000 of dairy animals. So let's come to the main part, what we are going to present here. It's understanding paddy straw and its management. So we are providing so many kinds of solutions for paddy straw. So to understand the paddy straw, first we need to know that it is agriculture byproduct and waste. So it is more than 50% of the plant. So apart what we are getting from rice, it's 0.7 to 1.4 kg of paddy straw we are getting out of 1 kg of rice. So it is a lignocellulosic biomass containing lignin, cellulose, and hemicellulose, which make it very complicated to digest into the animal part and for other making things. So we are having some solutions worldwidely for straw management. One is surface retention and mulching, another is residue incorporation, another is baling and removal of straw from fields, and residue burning. So how GPTS is providing both technical and indigenous solutions of paddy straw to farmers is, oh yes. We are having machinery banks set up in the village of Jalaldiwal. We are having more than 150 kind of different machineries like balers, rotavators, happy seeders, super seeders, smart seeders, plows, harrows, potato planters for facilitating the farmers. So we are having 3 fixed machinery banks. One is in Jalaldiwal and one is in Shehbazpura, one is in another Dadahur, and 15 more satellite machinery banks which we are set up during our this harvesting season. So we facilitate farmers who do not burn straw in field. That is the main criteria for our machinery bank is the person who are not, the farmers who are not burning the straw in the fields, we are providing machinery to them. We are having a cattle feed plant which is dedicatedly made for the farmers, and we are using straw, paddy straw. We are in another slides we will show you the process and other things. So we are making pellets from that. We are making it for low milk producing animals, and of course we are combining it with other feed ingredients like grains, cakes, DORB, DOR rice bran, minerals mixtures, and salts. So what is our expertise? So we are associated with state universities like PAU and Garvaso with some sports and some international dairy nutritionists who are also connected with us, which are sharing formulations by using this paddy straw into the field. So using different pre and post treatments to paddy straw by adding spraying and mixing with the urea molasses, enzymes, alkalis, organic acids, and improving its digestion in rumen. So the beneficiaries from these projects are also more than 5,000 farmers and 25,000 of animals. We are already helping them with the different kinds of cattle feed balanced on lactation period. So we make feed according to the lactation period. So we are using straw with the same composition, like from 7% to 37% as per the need of the requirement. And key benefits from the beneficiaries are employment generation to approximate 50 farmers in phase wise, and appointment of distributor for selling these feeds into the into these villages. So our members and distributors are only our farmer members basically. So 5 local farmers and labor of 3 to 4 employments are working in our feed mill, the cattle feed plant. As soon as the production will increase, we will engage more farmers on panel. Buyback of their crops, assurance of crop rate, and buyback will help farmers to better pricing. We assure them buybacking of some materials like maize and mustard from them, and of course wheat straw. We are getting wheat straw as well as the paddy straw from them in buybacks. So we are blending it for some kind of silage making, etc. So all beneficiaries are from adopted villages only. Reduction in cost of production is also an important part here, because by using paddy straw in cattle feed, we are not only facilitating them with low cost feed, but we are reducing their cost of production. So quality cattle feed at affordable price and better reproduction rate in dairy cattle. I would like to show some videos here. One is with the chopping. So this is how we are chopping the paddy straw. And one, I just added small video so that it should be clear for the grinding process. This is in the pulverizer or kind of hammer mill, where we are just grinding them. And this is another process of grinding, where it is, you can see that it is coming into very small particle size, like 3 mm, 2 mm to 3 mm, 4 mm, not more than 4 mm. This is the final pellets coming after the this cattle feed. So this pellets are blend of straw, this paddy straw, as well as the green part of meat from maize, some cakes, and DORB, and some molasses, and a blend of mineral mixture and salt in it. So this is the final product, the picture in the corner, the final product. So that is the one solution what we are providing to our farmers, and another is the usage of paddy straw as fodder. We are encouraging our farmers to use paddy straw as dry fodder. So usage of 1 to 1.8% or a kg of per 100 kg of body weight is required, because so many scientific papers has clarified this, that if we use the straw up to the usage of 1 to 1.8 kg per 100 kg of body weight, that is more than sufficient. And if we can feed up to 5 kgs of per animal. We have adopted some Gujar families. We have adopted almost 63 Gujar families. They are helping us to collect the straw bales from the local farmers, and they are using that these bales as a fodder at their farms. We have set up a biogas plant with the help of Punjab Agriculture University and with a one CSR project from Cummins. So we implemented a stubble-based biogas plant in Shehbazpura village. This biogas plant is a very small size of plant and suitable for a family of 3 to 4 members. We use 70 to 80% of straw, this paddy straw in it, and 20% of cattle dung, and filled it with water. So this start producing this gas, and produce almost like 12 to 16 cylinders in 4 months with one time filling. So I think you have to fill it for 2 times in a year to get a sufficient quantity of gas which is required in your home. So slurry can also be drained from the bottom very easily. Earlier, the biogas plants was just below the ground level. But here you can see the red where Cumin sign is there. The plant is just above the ground, and the gas cylinder is down. So that is filled with water, and whenever the gas is filled, this cylinder comes up. So we are also involved in compost making. We are making compost by using some decomposers. So we are making in different villages. This picture is particularly from Jalaldiwal. We are encouraging mulching and incorporation, doing activities of mulching and incorporation of fatty straw by recommending different kinds of machinery. So we are providing machinery to the farmers who are very much interested to generate the good amount of this outcome, and of course who want to stop the this process of this channel of burning. So not only this retention and mulching helps us to save money, and this retains nutrient in soils and improves the soil textures also. Baling for farmers, we are helping nearby farmers for baling. We are providing providing baler to them, and they make balers. One of our farmers is giving some speech here, who is using this paddy straw from last 5-6 years. We are also supplying fodder for Gaushalas. We are supplying this wheat straw and paddy straw and this paddy straw based diet to the Gaushalas for low producing or stray animals. That is very helpful because we are making it with the very economic cost below rupees 10 per kg. So it is very economical for them and helping them to maintain their ration for these animals. So currently we have adopted 6 Gaushalas in Punjab area. Storage of straw bales for industry as fuel. We are also storing some straws for the industry, for some refineries and etc. We have stored more than 25,000 metric ton of straw this year for this industry. Spreading awareness. One of our important part is spreading awareness among the children so that they can go home and give this message back to their parents that stop stubble burning. They should not burn. Our director, Dr. Sidhu, is just giving the lecture to the farmers and our posters are behind. This is our team. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. It has become essential that our agricultural wastes are managed in eco-friendly ways and the farmers are equipped with technologies which can give them economic benefits and also prevent harm to the environment. So with this, we come to the end of today's event. So on behalf of Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, I would like to thank all our esteemed speakers for taking out time and throwing light on the initiatives and efforts towards promotion of indigenous technologies and traditional practices. I also thank all our participants for joining and hope that the session was useful. So with this, thank you all.